The quickest tactic to improving your speaking skill on camera, and you probably already know this tactic, but I bet you have not taken this seriously, is to simply speak to the camera as if you're speaking to your younger self. And using this tactic is so incredibly powerful, especially if your niche is in helping other guys who are still struggling with a problem that you have solved yourself, because it'll make them feel like you're actually talking specifically to them, and it'll make it so much easier for you to connect with them. And this first tactic, to speak as if you're speaking to your younger self, this is just the first tactic in my 5-tactic protocol to recording better videos that I'm going to teach you in this video. These recording tactics are exactly what I have used to attract the best possible viewers to my videos, which has made me over $7,000 by selling a course or selling coaching to my viewers. And I haven't gone viral. I've literally got less than 2,000 subscribers. You can scroll down and see. All I've done is use these tactics to attract the best viewers who will buy a product from me. And so if you are serious about your YouTube channel, and you are serious about making money from it too, and you are serious about not having to work a 9-to-5 slave job when you're older like everyone else you know will have to, then pay attention to this video, find somewhere you can make your notes, and put it on full screen right now. My name is Sam Millison, and I'm going to teach you how to record the best possible videos so that you can attract the best possible viewers who will buy your product so that you can make a fuck ton of money. Tactic 1. Talk to your younger self. Now, as I said, you probably already have heard of this, but I bet you have not actually fully taken this seriously, because this tactic, it is so like genuinely so powerful when you take it seriously. Especially if you've got like a self-improvement related educational YouTube channel where you're helping like other guys to solve some sort of problem that you have already solved. Like maybe you've got a fitness channel, or you're teaching social skills, or just general self-improvement or confidence or anything like that. If you speak to them as if you're speaking to your younger self, like your younger self when you still had this problem that you've now fixed, if you speak to your camera as if you're speaking to your younger self who still has this problem, there are so many other guys, okay, who are still struggling with that problem that your younger self has, and so they are just like your younger self. And so if you just pretend you're like speaking to the younger version of you, and like you almost pretend you're making a video to try and help that younger version of you, there are so many guys out there, okay, who are just like your younger self. And so they all relate so much to your younger self. And so if you make a video talking to your younger self because you understand your younger self really well, because I mean, you used to be your younger self, if that makes sense, you will talk to these guys like and have such like a strong connection with them, and like really like truly deeply connect with them, and trust me, they will absolutely love your videos if you do this. And so as an actionable step for this, what you need to do, which you can do right now, is just open up some like Google Doc or some Notion, or just get it on paper or Apple Notes or wherever you like make your notes, okay? And what we need to do is we need to create a document, okay, of your dream avatar, of your younger self. And I did this with one of my coaching clients, and genuinely, like we did this like yesterday. It was so powerful for him. It was so powerful, because what you're gonna do is you're just gonna write down like all your pains and everything you used to like struggle with, okay? Everything you wanted when you were younger and you were still struggling with this problem. So if we use like social anxiety, okay, as an example here, let's say you would do, like we're just using this as an example. Let's say your niche is social anxiety. You can think, okay, my younger self, he used to struggle with like talking to new people. Like I just could not talk to new people. It was just so hard. I couldn't even like make eye contact with people. And you think about that, and you just like write that down in your document. Okay, my younger self, this is his name. This is how old he was. This is where he lives and everything. You just write down his details. Maybe you had some like photos of him, and you just write down all his pains. Okay, he used to not be able to, or you write it in the present tense either, because you're pretending that he still exists, because there are so many guys out there right now who are just like your younger self right now. And so you just write down like all his pains like in the present tense. So he struggles to speak to new people, and it's just so hard for him. He struggles to hold eye contact with people. He has a bad stutter. He can't speak properly. And you write down all these like surface level desires and things he struggles with. But then after you write down like all these surface level things that he wants and that he struggles with, you go down deeper, like deeper into his trauma, deeper into what he like truly deeply wants, okay? And so maybe you say, okay, he struggles to speak to new people. That's like the surface level pain. The deeper thing further down than that is he struggles to speak with people, which means he can't make any friends, and he's actually incredibly lonely. And he's really lonely, and that's actually a really deeper pain he has, that he has no friends, and all he really wants is just to be social and to have that good social life, but he doesn't have that social life because of this social anxiety. And then you go deeper down into his pain, like really deep down, to really understand him. And the reason why I'm getting you to do this is so that you can understand for yourself this dream avatar, this younger version of yourself, like really, really well. You see, you can understand him like so well, understand all of his deepest pains, all of his deepest desires, so that when you go on the camera and you talk to this younger self, you can really understand everything he struggled with, and then you can just talk in the context of those pains. And so if you're doing videos on like social anxiety and you understand that he struggles to make eye contact, or he has a stutter, you could just like make a point about that, or quickly mention it, like, yeah, and I used to have this like really bad stutter, and I couldn't hold eye contact with people, and you can just mention it like that. And then the guys who are like your younger self, who are watching your video, they will see that and they will like really relate to that, and they will absolutely love you. And furthermore, if they really love you, they're going to take your advice seriously. And if they take your advice seriously, their lives will change. And if you change their life, if you imagine you change like one of your viewers' life, there is no way that guy isn't going to buy your product, okay? Because he already loves you and he just wants to give back and get more from you. And this is just like a little bonus mindset that I want to get in your head. And that's if you're selling a product. And first off, if you aren't selling a product to like your audience, just click up what I think is like watch this. You'll be able to click up here to like watch this video. I'll link it there, which will go through how to basically set up your product to start selling like right now. Go click that right now. You can go watch that right now. But the mindset I want to get in your head is that when you are selling a product, okay, if you change someone's life with your videos, they will buy your product, and that's as simple as that. And so you need to make your videos as valuable as possible, because if you change someone's life, like imagine someone watched your videos, they took your advice, and like their life was changed, they will buy your product no matter what it is, okay? Like imagine like, I know, when you were younger, like, okay, your younger self, you're really struggling with this problem. Imagine there was someone who is like you now, making videos when you were younger, okay, make like however long it was, 1-2 years ago, okay. Maybe there was someone making videos that's like you now, who has solved that problem, they're making videos for you like one or 2 years ago. You would absolutely love that guy, wouldn't you? If he was like making videos for your like specific problem that you was like specifically struggling with, your like really specific situation, okay, your really like specific scenario. If there was a guy making videos for you back then, you would absolutely love him, and you would probably really take his advice, and your life would most likely change because of him. He would most likely solve all your problems with his advice, and so you would really love this guy, okay? And if this guy was selling some sort of coaching or some sort of course, and he was selling this product, okay, and you had the money for it, most likely you would buy it, because you'd be thinking like, there's literally nothing else better that I could possibly spend my money on, and so you would buy his product. This guy I'm talking about, this is you right now, okay? This is you right now. And so you really just have to think like your younger self. There are so many other guys like him, okay, who are struggling with this problem. If you can change their lives, they will buy your product. It's as simple as that. Like, everyone goes on about making your sales page good and getting like the highest conversion rate and everything. If you just make your YouTube videos really good and you build up that like goodwill with people, and you really change your audience's life, you really change your viewers' lives, they will absolutely love you, and they will buy your product like regardless of what it is, okay? Because in the end, and you probably won't realize this now, but money actually becomes like so important. And you'll eventually realize that when you start making a load of money, you start getting a load of sales, you'll eventually realize that it's not actually what it's completely worked up to be, and you'll start actually doing business and doing YouTube and everything simply just because you can have an impact on people, and simply because you can change lives. And I just want to get this into your head that what we're doing here, making educational YouTube videos to change other guys' lives, it is like so much, like on so many levels better than doing all the dropshipping, affiliate marketing, like crypto bullshit. You know what I mean? Because you're making YouTube videos and you're changing guys' lives, and so you're literally like contributing to the world. And this is why I love doing this so much, and this is literally why I'm teaching you how to make better videos, because it's just so beautiful doing this, especially when you start changing guys' lives and you get paid for it too. It's just such like a beautiful thing, and I literally can't put it into words how much I genuinely love doing this. But just going on like coaching calls with people, I'm making this video for you now, it's kind of hard for me. It takes some effort to like record this and pronounce all my words properly and everything, and it takes effort to record this. I literally, it's 8 AM right now. I woke up at 3:30 this morning to plan this video, and now I'm recording this video, okay, for you, to help you. And if I was just doing this for money, I bet you I could not do it this way. But it's just this love I have for doing this, and you probably find this too. It's like when you actually get a comment from someone saying, oh, thank you, this video has actually helped me, you get that like deep, like really like deep, like good feeling, you know, that you've actually helped someone. And you've heard this so much that helping people is the happiest thing you can do. And this whole business model around making YouTube videos to help people is literally like, it's centered around helping people. It's centered around changing lives, and you can really change the world with this. If you like scale this up, it is possible to change the world by doing stuff like this. There have been people in this space who have genuinely changed the world by doing this, by teaching other guys some sort of skill or whatever they used to struggle with. And at the same time, they've got rich, and we're literally on the same path doing this too. And so this is kind of a side point, but once you kind of realize how much you can fucking change the world and how much like you are having an impact on the world, you will realize like how lovely this business model actually is. And we just compare it to like all the crypto shit and all the dropshipping shit, and this is exactly why we're on this path together, doing this to change lives. Not only because it's easy as fuck to make money from this if you actually do it well, but at the same time, we can change lives and we can be leaders and we can actually do something with our lives other than just like have our own selfish desires and make money. And this is honestly why I love being an educational YouTuber and teaching other guys this and teaching you how to make better videos, because I know by me teaching you this, your life is going to improve, and then you're going to be able to help other people more, and it's just going to have like a massive positive effect on the world. And this business model genuinely is the best thing that has ever happened to me. My life has completely changed by doing this. And so that is basically why we need to make good videos, so that we can change lives, and we can change our own lives when we change lives. Tactic 2. Plan your videos exactly like this. So you can scroll down in the description right now, and there'll be a link in the description. It will say like Sam's like video template, video plan template, or something like that. And you can click on that right now. It's like a Notion page, yeah. And I've got a full guide there, basically. It's like all written out in text. It's a whole template thing, and I've got examples and everything and guiding you through how to use the template. And there's also like a version of it where you can just like copy and paste the template. Click on that right now, like go down in the description right now. Click on that, especially if you're on a computer, you can just open up a new tab, okay. Click on that right now, okay, and just go through that right now and just kind of take it in how you're gonna plan a video, because the easiest way to improve your videos is simply just to have a good plan. And I've put so much effort into making this video template as good as possible and as easy to follow for you, just so that you can like autistically just copy it and make your videos like 3 times better instantly. And you'll also see another link in the description. It's the top link. That's the link to my paid course. And in my paid course, I will teach you absolutely everything I know about this business model of being an educational YouTuber and selling a product to your audience. And I guarantee you, by being in here, you will get your first sale. Imagine like my videos are so valuable. These templates are so valuable. You already know that, yeah? Imagine how valuable my paid course is. And so if you have the money to invest into your future, then I highly recommend you go and buy that. The link is in the description. Go click that right now if you're interested. But otherwise, just open this Notion template right now. And if you're a true action taker, and if you're actually serious about getting results right now, you will literally just in the next 10-15 minutes, just get a video planned right now with this template, just so you get used to it and just so you get it into your head that you're now going to be using this template so that you don't forget it. Because as I said, I've genuinely put so much work into this template, and I'm giving it to you for free, but just because it's like one of the easiest ways you can make your videos just so much better, just by having a good video plan, just by having a good way to plan your videos, because planning your videos genuinely is so necessary. This video, I genuinely spent 2 hours planning it. I think I'll probably like link the plan and like, the script for this video in the description. But I spent like so long planning this video just to get it as perfect and as good as possible, okay, to help you understand it the most, to help you get the most results from this. But for me, planning a video for 2 hours is like a pretty extreme example of how long I spend planning a video and everything. And for you, you definitely do not need to be spending that long to plan a video. You could easily get one done in 20 minutes, 30 minutes, probably even less, because especially for where you're at right now, if you're like still at the level to be able to learn from me, okay, because obviously I'm not like 1 million subscribers or anything, okay, but I'm not even aiming for 1 million subscribers. That's a whole nother point. But if you're still at the level where you're behind me, I'm only just getting to the point now myself where I should be focusing on quality instead of quantity. Because when you're a beginner, or you're still at level 10 or level 50 out of like level 100, for example, if you're still at like the beginner or like middle stage of making videos like this, you should really be prioritizing quantity over quality. You should be making more videos instead of better videos. And that's because you aren't at the level right now to be able to make like a really good, properly life-changing video, okay? Your best video compared to your worst video, there really isn't going to be much difference between it, because your viewers who are watching your videos, they're still going to be comparing your videos to my videos or to some other like big YouTubers' videos, okay? And so because you're still a beginner, your best and worst video isn't going to be really much different in the grand scheme of things compared to like the really good videos like mine, okay? And so your viewers, they're just gonna see you as a beginner no matter what. If you make a really good video or a really bad video, okay, they're still just gonna see you as a beginner no matter how much work you put into your video. And so instead of just trying to make a really good video, you have to first become the person who can make a good video. You first have to get the skill to be able to make a good video. Now, how do we get the skill to make a good video? Well, we simply just get more videos made. Okay, we practice making videos more and more and more. And so right now, you just need to prioritize quantity over quality. You just need to get daily uploads out, essentially, okay, and practice recording every single day and just get quantity out instead of quality. And so, I mean, right now, in the past 2 weeks, I've only uploaded 2 videos. I've been uploading weekly, okay, and they've been like really long, full guides. Now I'm gonna actually try and upload a bit more because I realized I should actually upload more for the growth of my channel and to reach more people, essentially. And especially for you, if you're still like a beginner, you don't have a big channel, you've got like less than 1,000 subscribers, or even if you're still like, your channel's still my size, okay, uploading daily will actually get you way more growth instead of like trying to make good videos, because if you upload daily, it gives YouTube more opportunities to push your videos, which then means you're going to grow more, because the way YouTube works, every single video will like test it out, unless you got like shadow banned or anything, but that's a whole nother thing. All your videos, they'll get pushed, okay, to like a generic audience, maybe your subscribers, maybe like a new audience, just so YouTube can test your videos, okay? They won't like push your video because it's good, they'll just push it to more people to test it to see if it is good. And these people who are like essentially testing your video, these viewers who are testing your video, for each video you upload, you're going to get more and more people testing your video. And so YouTube isn't actually pushing your video because it's good, it's pushing it to test it, but it's still pushing it nonetheless, okay? And so just by uploading daily, YouTube will have more chances to test your video, meaning more people will see your video. But planning your videos really is still so necessary just to get better at making videos, because let's say you didn't plan your videos and you just tried to wing it, no script, just record it all in one, maybe even no cuts in the video. You just sit down with your phone camera, because you probably don't have like a professional camera like I do. You probably just sit down with your phone camera, you just talk. Imagine you did that, okay? Your video probably wouldn't be very good because you wouldn't really know what you were going to be saying. You'd probably end up waffling a decent bit. You make one point and then another point and they wouldn't really relate to each other, and you go on and yap about one thing and then try and forget what you were saying before. It wouldn't really work. I've done it in the past. I've recorded for like 2 hours straight, okay, in the past without any script. Just like an idea of what I was going to talk about and some like mental bullet points, okay. Trust me, it works so much better when you just spend 30 minutes planning a script. Everyone says this, where it's like, I think it's like every hour planning is like 10 hours in post or something like that. Like every hour you spend planning your video is like 10 hours you get back when you're actually recording or editing your video, okay? And I don't think it is quite like 10 times, but it pretty much is pretty close, I'd say. That if you just plan your video, that's like the highest leverage thing, like highest leverage you can spend your time on, like planning the video and getting the video to be good. That doesn't mean you should spend like loads and loads of time planning a video. Your video probably isn't going to be as long as mine. I don't know how long this video is going to be, but I can talk about a topic just for like ages, just because I know about this, and I've also got practice and skill with recording, and we'll get onto that later, okay? But you do not need to spend like ages planning your video. Okay, your video planning time should probably only be equal or a bit less than your actual recording time, okay? Especially if you're recording shorter videos. Like if your video is going to be like 10-15 minutes long, you shouldn't really spend like half an hour planning that video, okay? Because remember, you're not writing it word for word either, okay? So you need to plan the video, but you shouldn't write it word for word either, because if you plan a video word for word, then you're just going to be kind of robotic speaking, you know? You're going to have to like constantly look down at the script and then cut the bit out where you look down at the script. And as you can see, it's like, I don't know how many cuts this video is going to have. It's probably going to be like 20 at most, okay? Just because I can speak freely, because I mean, I can still look down at the script. I mean, I'm not really reading then. I still look down at the script. Like, I stop talking, and then I look down at the script and I read the script, yeah? And then those bits where I look down at the script, I'll cut that out, okay? But when you record it like word for word, you're going to have to literally read each sentence and then like come back to it, come back to speaking and then look down again, and you'll just have to cut so much out, and it'll be so slow and so robotic, you know? And it'll also take absolutely ages to like write it out word for word. If you're like making some sort of like short film or something cinematic or something where it's like only a couple minutes long and it's like really planned out, then yeah, write it word for word. Like I do filmmaking as well, and when I do my voiceovers, I write out the voiceovers word for word. That's because it's like a voiceover and it's got to fit in with the music and everything. When you're just recording a talking head video like this, do never ever plan it out word for word, okay? Because it just makes the video so much worse. And I say this in my full guide in the template as well. do not plan it out word for word. Just do it in bullet points, okay? Bullet points is like the nice middle point where you kind of know what you're going to be saying, and it can remind you, but it doesn't make you robotic. And I think I mentioned this earlier, but this exact video plan for this exact video, I'm going to link the template, not the template, the video script of this video. I'm going to link it in the description so you can just have a look there and see how I plan my videos. Trust me, a good video plan will make your videos like instantly 10 times better. Do not overthink this. Literally just go down in the description. Okay, click on my video template. It's completely free, all right? And just use that. Okay, stop overthinking it. Just use that. Your videos will get better. As simple as that. Step 3. Making your videos look professional. Now, even if you had like no credibility in what you were talking about, okay, even if you gave like the worst advice and you told the worst stories and you didn't connect with the viewer very well, okay, if you just look professional and you just kind of sounded professional, you will get sales. Okay, it's as simple as that. People trust authority, and it's as simple as that. So if you make your camera quality look good, if you make your audio quality look good, okay, and if you're in like the right setting for what you're talking about, for your niche, trust me, you will get sales. As simple as that. And if you get everything else right, if you got credibility in what you're talking about, and you can also like give good advice in it too, you will get sales so easily, trust me. And the best thing about this too is you really don't need any good gear. All you need is like your smartphone camera, a tripod, and like a microphone. And this microphone is pretty expensive, but you can literally get like really cheap microphones that like just connect you and they sound so much better. Okay, I'm gonna go over all of this now. So the first thing is like simply just like fitting the part of your niche. And so if you're like teaching diet, yeah, it's best to be in your kitchen. If you're like teaching the gym and like bodybuilding and stuff, be in your home gym, okay? If you're teaching mental health and like becoming free and becoming more mentally free and everything, be out in nature, in the woods or in the countryside or something like that, okay? If you're teaching like social anxiety or making friends and social skills, okay, be around your friends or be in some sort of public environment, all right? Just kind of like fit your part. Don't be in your like dark, dirty bedroom, okay? Like most people are, you can imagine that. It's like, I mean, I can show you, in fact, I was gonna try and like close my blinds and mess up with the camera. I'm not gonna do that, but I'll just put a clip in now, okay, of what it would look like if I just had like a really shit recording setup, okay? Hey bro, I'm Sam Millison, I'm 15, I'm from the UK, and over the past few months, I've made almost $4,000 online from doing coaching now. If I look like that, okay, in this video and I was giving you this advice, you probably wouldn't really trust me as much. It's as simple as that. But because I've got the whole setup, like this literally took me like 25 minutes, half an hour to set up with the camera, right camera angle, get all the camera settings done, set up the microphone, get the little light in the box in the background and everything. Yeah, doing this, okay, it just makes you trust me so much more, okay, simply just because the video looks good. And I've also, obviously I've got the gear, I've got the professional camera, I've got the professional microphone and everything like that, and that makes you trust me more. But simply because the video is more professional, I'm in the right environment too. I'm not like, I used to like sit out in the countryside in the fields while talking about making money. It didn't really fit right with me. It's like being out in nature while talking about money, it doesn't really work well. But because I'm in my room, I literally do my deep work sitting at that desk right there, okay? This is like the perfect environment, okay, to talk about money. Obviously, if I was in like Dubai on a yacht or something like that, you'd probably trust me more, but I'm not like a multi-billionaire yet, so I can't really do that yet. You really need to just like be intentional with what you add. And so like I've literally got like mess all around me. Like I don't really want to move the camera because I feel like it's, no, we can move the camera, I just have to get it back set up properly. So you can see right there, I've got my whiteboard and everything there. That's all like really messy. I've got like clothes and shit on the bed, there's like shit over there. There's all that. All right, we've got to set the camera properly again now. But as I was saying, it's like I've got so much mess in my room. Yeah, but I've just made it look good for the camera. Okay, there we go. That looks decent enough. Hopefully, I'm centered. Shit, I'm not really. There we go. That's good enough. But you can see I'm even putting effort into now, even when I'm not just like resetting it up after moving. I'm still putting effort in now, and I've got my mirror set up. Like I've literally got a mirror on my windowsill so that I can like see the preview of the camera and everything. Okay, because mine doesn't have like a flip out screen. It's kind of dodgy. But so I can like see myself like looking in the mirror there, like with a reflection. I've got like this little mirror, and I put effort into making my video look good, and I've been intentional with it. I've made sure to like all these clothes and shit on my bed that used to be on my beanbag down there, so you could like basically just see it poking up. And I had all this shit, all the pens and stuff was on my desk, and I just tidied it up and everything. I've turned my computer off so there's no like background noise from the fans and everything. I've been intentional with what I include, and so don't have any like dirty clothes in the background. Don't have your like bed messed up in the background, like your unmade bed and stuff. Don't have like random tissues and old water bottles and stuff in the background. Make your room, if you're going to be recording in your room, okay, make it look clean, make it look nice, all right? And just take like responsibility for it, and just make it look as good as you can, all right? And just make it look as professional as you can. Be intentional with it. And like I said, if you're like recording about nature or mental health, be out in nature, okay? Be like, fit the part of your niche. And so if you're teaching like the gym and bodybuilding, wear like a tank top with your big arms out and everything, okay? If you're teaching like social skills, obviously you just wear like casual clothes, but as I said, like be around your friends. Like if you can actually like be intentional with how you record your videos, and you're not just gonna be like in your dark dungeon bedroom, okay? Your videos, they'll just be so much better. Like if I was just like slouched down now and it isn't shit quality, you know what I mean? The video would just simply be so much worse. But because I've taken effort to make it look good, and I'll do the color grading and everything too to make it look all nice, because I've put effort into it, you just like it more. And this is like whole bullshit lie about authenticity and just like making the video look shit because it's more authentic. Like this is authentic to me. Like when people say about being authentic, what they mean by that is don't just changing because you're gonna get more views. Don't just like change what you do because other people are doing it. Like do what you want to do. I don't want to like make my video look shit, okay, by like recording on my phone. And I used to do that, like recording on my phone for a camera, like walking around my room with no microphone or anything. I used to do that. You can scroll down on my channel and see when I did those videos. They were shit. I didn't really like doing them, but when I like take pride in how my video looks, I prefer doing this so much. Okay, when I've got the color grading, it's a nice setup and everything. I prefer doing it like this. Okay, and so this is authentic to me. Don't fall for this like authenticity bullshit, like the Sam Millison style when you're just like being a buddy on camera. Yeah, well, you're just like being the viewer's friend. But do the video how you want to do it. Do it in your own style, and most likely you want to make your video look high quality, look professional. And it's also good if you can add any like extra credibility in the background. So obviously like you've got your own credibility, like if you're doing gym, you can do like bicep fucking curl and everything like the front double bicep and everything. Yeah, you can show photos of yourself shirtless, or if you're doing social skills, you can do like show like photos of yourself like talking to new people or with your friends and stuff, you know what I mean? You can also add like extra credibility in the background too. It's like I've got my like psychopath papers, I like to call them, like papers on my walls, yeah, like which have my goals and the messages I want to tell myself. Only like really people who are like crazy about something actually like put papers on their walls and shit. And because I am crazy about entrepreneurship and YouTube and business, that's why I've done it. And so it's almost like an extra level of credibility. Like literally anyone can add papers to their walls. But it's just like an extra little bit of credibility, and especially like the books too. Like I'll be honest, like most of those books I haven't even read fully. Okay, I've probably only read like 3/4 or 2/3 of like all the pages in there. Okay, but just having it there adds more credibility for me. And even like having my expensive computer and like setup in the background, even though I didn't pay for that computer, my father did. Just having that there, okay, makes people think more, okay, this guy's got money, okay, just because my room looks so nice. And if I was just in some like dirty little room, okay, with like some unmade bed in the background, you know what I mean, and rubbish in the background, people wouldn't trust me when I'm talking about money. But because my room looks so nice and it's all fancy and it's all made to look good, people trust me way more because of that. And so just think like, what can you do, okay, for where you record, your recording setup, what can you do to improve that, just to add a bit more credibility, just to get rid of like a bit of mess or anything, just to make it like look more professional, you know what I mean? Now the next most important thing is simply your audio quality. You can have like really shit video quality, okay, but like the video can still be watchable. If your audio quality is bad at all, the video basically becomes unwatchable. If there's like any annoying noise in the background or it's like shit mic quality, the video becomes pretty unwatchable. But if it's like bad video quality, then it becomes like pretty watchable. I can try and give you an example here. So you can see with shit audio but really good video, the video is still like pretty like shit, even though it's got really good video. It can be in 4K or whatever, really nice lighting, but if the audio shit, the video shit. But now you can see, when I've got good audio, and this is obviously the audio I've just been recording with there, but the video is pretty shit, okay, because I'll downscale it or whatever, make it look cool shit, change the filter and the color grading. You can see, even though the video is pretty shit now, it's still fairly watchable because I've got good audio, if you know what I mean. Like, audio matters so much more than the video itself, alright? And so you basically need to get a microphone. Like, the microphone on this camera is absolutely terrible. There's so much echo and stuff, especially if you're recording inside, there'll be so much echo, okay? And so if you can just like get a cheap microphone, trust me, it'll make it so much better. If you've got like a headphone jack on your phone like I do, so if you've got like an old iPhone or an Android phone, okay, and you've got a headphone jack in your phone, buy the Purple Panda microphone. Okay, I'll put an Amazon link in the description, or you can just search up on your own Amazon. I'm pretty sure they don't sell it in like Asia. It's only like Europe and the Americas they sell it in. And so if you're in like Asia, if you're in like Singapore or whatever, then you'll probably have to order it from like Germany or UK like Amazon website. But just order this like Purple Panda microphone. It's like $25–30, I think. I got it for like £20. I used to have it. It's actually, I can show you it. It literally This is, I don't really use it now. It looks kind of shit. It's just a wire, but obviously it comes with a nice packaging. You can literally plug it in your phone. You can connect this to like clip it down to your like clothes essentially. It's called a lav mic, a lavalier mic. And it just makes your audio just so much better because it's a good microphone. It's recording from right next to you. Like this microphone here, this is the Rode Wireless. Me actually literally got it the other day, and this is like £110. So that's like what, $130, $40, I don't know. But it like connects to my camera directly and everything, and then it connects to me, and this one's like much better for audio quality and everything. And so this is why like I've invested into this good microphone. But even if you haven't got much money, like just get a cheap microphone like the Purple Panda one if you've got a headphone jack. And if you don't have a headphone jack, you can buy like adapters and stuff. Just like invest in getting that microphone. It'll make your videos so much better. And also when people see you've got a microphone, okay, and they just see you've invested into that, it makes it so much better. And also if you haven't even got a tripod yet, just get a tripod. This tripod I've got is like the 𝐕𝐃𝐃𝐄𝐎. It's like the 𝐕𝐃𝐃𝐃𝐄𝐎, I'll put a link to it, I think it's like the 𝐕𝐃𝐃𝐃𝐄𝐎 P11 or whatever. You can connect your phone to it and everything, I'm pretty sure. But I used to connect my GoPro to it. My GoPro is like up there somewhere. And now I've got the camera, and so it connects directly. But I'm pretty sure there's a little like thing you can connect your, you can squeeze your phone into it with. And yeah, just basically get the equipment, get a nice mic, because trust me, getting a nice mic will make it so much better. And then in post-production, I'll put a screen recording in here of what to do. So right now, I'm currently editing this video. So this is like the Premiere profile for this video you're watching right now. If you like edit on CapCut or DaVinci Resolve or any of that, it'll probably be like fairly similar. You'll be able to figure out how to do it. I'm just gonna kind of show you like what you need to do, alright? And so basically when you get in, you have all the audio on like the same track here. What you can do in Premiere Pro, you can do this again in DaVinci Resolve, it might be the same, whatever. You can come over to Audio Track Mixer, and in DaVinci Resolve, I assume it will be the same. But basically what you want to do is you just want to add a multi-band compressor. Now this is the first channel here you see on the side here. I'll just do it to the second channel to show you. So you come here, it's like, I think it's that multi-band compressor. You just add like a multi-band compressor. I don't know what the fuck this is, by the way. It just makes it sound good. Then you put it on broadcast, and that essentially makes all the quiet parts and all the loud parts at the same volume, so that you don't have like, you know, when you talk a bit quieter and you talk a bit louder, it just kind of like normalizes it, so that you don't have any like really loud parts which are too loud and no like quiet parts which are too quiet. And then because that makes the quieter parts quiet, when you're like a bit quieter, the noise is gonna get louder. And so then I just like to add denoise there and turn that down to like 5%, or actually sound like you're talking on a video call. And then for here, I've just added a de-hummer, whatever the fuck that is, just because there was some like weird humming sound on it. Like I think it's because the new mic I've got is kind of, I don't think I set it up properly. I just added this, like played around with it, and it kind of worked. And so you can do that, and that just, trust me, that makes the audio sound so much better. So because if I can turn this off, listen to how this will sound. Make it look nice, all right? And just take like responsibility for it, and just make it look. And compare that to this. As good as you can, all right? And just make it look as professional as you can. So you see what I said about it normalizes the audio levels. That has made that much louder now, so that it's like normalized to like the peak decibel level or whatever. And I had to add a little bit more gain onto it just to make it like basically peak properly. But yeah, you can figure that out really easily, and that just makes your audio sound so much better. I know everyone says to like use Adobe podcasts and all that stuff. I don't personally really like that because it makes you sound like a robot. It takes like the human life out of your voice, if you know what I mean. I used to use that on like my old videos, and you just sound really horrible. It sounds unnatural. Like there's a reason why all the big studios and stuff don't use Adobe podcasts, because it just takes all the life out of your voice basically. It's better just to get a good microphone, record in a good environment with minimal background noise and everything, and then just do these little few settings. And these don't like take away from any of the audio data like Adobe Podcasters. These just kind of like manipulate it to get rid of the noise and normalize the sound effects and sound levels and everything. And so this is definitely the best way to do it if you want the best audio, without like getting like a super expensive mic, if you know what I mean. And then yeah, next thing I want to show you when editing is, it's called a J-cut. So if I so this here is the Premiere profile for my VSL. Now there's a few little edits I've done here, adding like testimonials and stuff. But if we come here, I think I did quite a few of them at the start. You can see here, so this cut here, you can see here like the audio starts just like a few frames, like what, 1, 2, 3, 4, like 10 frames or whatever, 8 frames before the video.
I'm making money from YouTube to not have to worry about money anymore. I'm making money from YouTube.
And now that just kind of, I don't know what it does, it just kind of looks good.
Making money from YouTubers gave me the freedom to buy anything I
So you see it kind of like jumps a bit like that. You can just do that. So if you like look at the camera a bit after you finish like your sentence, then you can just do a quick J-cut. I don't really do these in my videos that much. I sometimes do them just for like the fun of it. I haven't done it in this video at all, I don't think. But that's just a little thing you can do. That's called a J-cut because it kind of makes like a J on the timeline. Or it's an S-cut, I can't remember. No, there's a J-cut and an L-cut. So I can't remember if that's a J-cut or an L-cut. It is one of the two. You can just search it up. And that's just a little thing you can do to make it look a lot better. And then the next thing I want to show you is when you're cutting up, so I've already cut all this up, but just for an example, if I like drag this clip in here, so let's say I want to cut like between these two bits of audio, so let's say I want this bit here and this bit here. Obviously I've got my Premiere Pro keyboard shortcuts and everything, and so you can see all there, you can just copy them there. That makes it really, really fast for me. You get used to them pretty quick, but I can basically just come here, like cut that, delete that, and now
My life. Making money
you see, I mean, obviously the audio is absolutely horrible here.
from YouTube gave me the freedom to buy anything I could want.
Essentially, what you want to do to be able to do this, and what I'm going to show you is like a transition cut. You want to kind of like see how I'm cutting like slightly into the sound. So I'm not cutting like that. I'm cutting like that, cutting like slightly into it. You see, and I come over here and I cut like slightly into it. Yeah. Now get rid of all that in the middle.
Life. Making money. My life. Making money from
You see it kind of like pops. What you can do, you click on it and just add a power transition. Now I've got a keyboard shortcut for that, but you add a power transition.
Making money from you. Making money from.
And it just makes it a much like faster cut, if that makes sense, because it's almost like the audio levels are overlapping, and that's just like really easy. Like if I can show you how fast I can do this, let's come to a bit where I actually need to be like cutting stuff out. Like for example here, like look how like fast this is. And obviously you'll rewatch it all through afterwards, because I don't know like which bits I'm messing up in and everything. Yeah, and obviously I'm talking for a long bit there, but like you can just like cut all this out, and I guarantee you these transitions won't even sound that bad.
And the last thing I want to remind you of is that stitchable. And so if you pay so many of the guys, and so if you pay and you
see it, obviously I'm kind of messing up there because this is from the VSL actually. But yeah, that's just a little tip there. So now I'm just going to show you how to use like LUTs to color grade and everything. Now the LUTs I use, so a LUT is basically like a color grading template, a color grading like preset essentially. Now I've got all of these. Most of these are free. Some of these are like paid and stuff. I use my friend 𝐒𝐂𝐑𝐈𝐏𝐃𝐄𝐎, how the fuck you say his name. I use his LUTs. His are paid. I'll probably put a link to the description if you want to like buy his LUTs from him over there. But I generally just use his because he's got like some pretty decent ones. And obviously you adjust it and everything, so it's not as dark. But I'll also link some like free LUTs you can download in the description too. And so basically what you'll do, you'll download the LUTs, you'll have them in a zip file, you'll unzip them, you'll probably know how to do that. And then you come here to your disk. Okay, you come to program files, you come to, where's Adobe? Then you come to Premiere Pro. If you got like pirated stuff, I don't know if this will work or not. Then you come to Lumetri, and then you go to LUTs, and then Creative, and then you just drag them in here. And then yeah, you can basically just put them in there, and then you reload Premiere Pro, and then you come here, and you can select your clip, and then you'll have the LUT here. And so I don't actually know what I'm going to do with these clips. I feel like I'm just going to like copy it over from, in fact, I don't even have it open anymore, but I'm probably just going to copy it from another video I have. And so like color grading and everything, it's almost like really subjective. You can just do it how you want to do it essentially, but you can kind of like get someone's LUT and everything. This is one I use a lot here, that faded orange one. I don't even know where I got that from. But yeah, and then I just like adjust it from here and everything and make it look good. But yeah, that's how to color grade. Yeah, back to the video. And now for your camera quality, if you've just got like an iPhone, like one of the newer ones where they have like the video settings and stuff, just put it into like the cinematic setting. I mentioned earlier my client Victor, he literally just like his old videos, they used to be like really shit quality, and then he just changed his iPhone like video setting into the cinematic setting, and it just made it look like a professional camera. Like his video quality is genuinely better than mine, and he records on like an iPhone 14, I think it is, or 13. Okay. And it's literally like, he's got a pretty decent phone, yeah, but he hasn't got like a professional camera or anything, but just because he put his iPhone in like the cinematic setting, his videos just became way better. If you don't want to do that, or you don't have an iPhone or whatever, just download an app where you can control all the specific camera settings. There's one on iPhone called like Blackmagic Camera, and there's other ones on Android you can get. In fact, I think I've still got it. It's like it's like ProCam X or something like that I've got. I can't really see it. I think I might have deleted it actually. But yeah, basically I'm going to go through all the settings you need to put in-house. Okay, so put the frame rate at 24 FPS. Okay, put the shutter speed at 1/60. Okay, or if your frame rate is going to be like 60 FPS, if you want to do that, then put the shutter speed at 1/120. The shutter speed number should be double what the FPS number is. All right. And then the aperture, okay, just have that as low a number as possible. And so on my camera, I'm pretty sure it's like 1/2.8 or something I can get. Okay, if you can get like 1/3 or like 1/4 or whatever on your phone camera, that'd be good. That's basically just makes a black background blurry. Okay, like the lower the number, the blurrier the background is. Okay, and like the shallower the depth of focus, which gives you like that like cinematic blurry background. And then the ISO. Basically, you want that as low as possible, and you just kind of want to adjust the ISO, okay, until the brightness is kind of good. And then yeah, just use natural lighting. Like I sit by my window. The only lighting I have is this like window. I haven't got any lights on my face or anything. And then I've got the backlight. That's a sunlight alarm clock, by the way, if you want to know what that is. Like daylight alarm clock. I use that to like wake up and everything. It automatically turns on when I wake up. So when it's dark and I wake up, my room's already like, it automatically turns on when I wake up, if that makes sense. Because I've got it set to a timer. And so it makes it way easier for me to wake up. But it's also good because it's like kind of a cinematic light and everything in the background. Making that nice glow. And I think especially like when it's the early morning and there's not as much light outside, the camera adjusts to like be darker, and so you can see the light more on like my jawline and everything. And it's like nice backlighting. But yeah, that's basically what you need to do. And obviously I have an actual camera. It's a Canon EOS M5 I have, but I got this second hand. I didn't like buy this camera because it's specifically this camera. I just bought it because it was like a really good deal online. I got it for £250 second hand. Which is like a really, really good deal. But if you can afford a camera, like fairly easily, it's 100% worth getting one. But if you can't, like, you're gonna have to spend like $200 minimum on getting a camera probably. If you've already got a smartphone, then you can probably use your phone and that'll be good enough. And they're also so much more hassle to set up and everything. Compared to a phone, you can just click record. You've got to get all the settings right on this. You've got to get the focus right. I literally, you can see my keyboard down there. This seat here, okay, I literally balance the keyboard on the seat and then like adjust the focus so that I can make sure, like, because I imagine like I just have the keyboard here to act as like where my head would be. I've got to get the focus in there, and then I've got to get the focal length so it's zoomed in the right amount and everything. On your phone, it's just already done for you with like the software, like the automatic software. But if you want to get a camera, it will generally look better. And then yeah, in post-production, you just use some basic color grading. You can download like some free LUTs. I'll probably have a link to some like free LUTs. A LUT is basically like a color grading preset you can use. There'll be a link to some of them in the description. And then yeah, I'll add a screen recording here showing you how to do that. Tactic 4, channeling. Now, no one actually speaks about this because it's literally my own concept that I've come up with. And I used this earlier in the video, and genuinely, this is so powerful if you can understand it and get it right. And I'll be honest with you, this is kind of hard to understand, but I'll do my best job to explain it to you. And if you focus and pay attention now, I guarantee you probably will be able to understand it from my explanation. But essentially what channeling is channeling like your deep energy and your deep emotions into your video and into your recording. And so instead of like speaking with your conscious brain and instead of like thinking of what words you're gonna say, you almost just like get the emotion inside of you and the passion inside of you to say the words. And it's really, really powerful when you get into the rant. So, you know, earlier, it's like the end of the first point, I think it was, I said about how like beautiful being an educational YouTuber is, how you can change people's lives and everything. I wasn't really thinking about what I was going to say. I was just saying it automatically because I was using this like channeling. I was bringing up my emotions and my passion for changing your life, my emotions and my passion for doing this business model. I was using that to be able to speak. I was bringing the emotion into it, like an emotional rant. Instead of like giving logical arguments, you're just speaking with emotion and like conviction, you know? And so especially if you're speaking as if you're speaking to your younger self, which was the first point I made in this video, and you're speaking about some sort of topic that's really close to your heart, and you're speaking about some sort of problem that you used to struggle with so much that you have now solved, you have to bring up these emotions. So you think of like your past pain that you struggled with. So let's say it was social skills. You had this like really bad social anxiety where you couldn't speak to anyone and you got nervous around girls and you couldn't hold eye contact with anyone and you stuttered all the time. You just need to think of all the pain you went through and bring that back up into your mind and really get it into you and really like feel it again, you know, and bring it back up. Like bring back all these old bad emotions, this old anger, this sadness, all these bad emotions you used to have. bring it back up into you, and then just speak with these emotions, okay? You have to, yeah, just think of all the pain that you went through, all your struggle. You just need to bring it back up again and just feel it once again, okay? And you speak through the emotion. This is how you speak like you truly, truly mean it, because when you're just like speaking with logical arguments like I am now, you're explaining something, you're not really speaking with emotion, you're just explaining something. But when you're speaking with true emotion and you really like your heart rate increases and you feel like it's getting closer to you and you're talking about something really, really close to you is what I meant to say. You can really just speak with like true conviction and true passion, and then people like your viewers, they can really, really see that you actually like mean what you're saying. You're not just like giving ChatGPT advice, because anyone can really give advice like I'm doing now. I'm just giving you advice, I'm giving you some points. I could literally be saying like words that ChatGPT came up with, if you know what I mean. Like ChatGPT could probably do just as good a job as I'm doing now, if you got what I mean. But when you're speaking with like true emotion and true passion, like I did at the end of the first point, like ChatGPT can't do that, okay? AI can't do that. Only a human can do that. It's like you're forming that human connection with the viewer, showing you're truly passionate about this thing. And another thing you can do before you rant is to kind of like hyperventilate and breathe it in and out really, really fast. I'm not going to show you now because I don't really want to do that, and I feel like I'll pass out if I do it again. But you just like breathe in and out really, really fast and hyperventilate, basically. Get loads of like oxygen going around you, almost to the point where you pass out. And then what you can do, you can kind of like jump up and like bounce around your room and kind of fucking hype yourself up, bang on your chest and everything. Like if you just fucking like go up and shit and just move your fucking like around a bit and you go, fuck yeah, man, I'm gonna fucking talk about this, yeah. And you just sit down and you fucking start talking about it. Like, as you can see, I've kind of like hyped myself up a bit of talking about this now. I'm talking faster, I'm talking with like more energy and everything now. I'm moving with more energy. I'm not as slow as I was before. Just like moving around a bit like that and just getting like shit done. It kind of like really helps you. I wouldn't advise you to like do press ups or anything like that, because like that actually kind of takes up blood away from your brain and everything, because it's going to your chest and your triceps when you do press ups and everything. I wouldn't like recommend doing exercise like that, because it kind of like, you know how like when you push like really, really hard on a leg day, it's almost like you kind of get close to passing out because all the blood's moving away from your brain. That you'll kind of be on like level 1 of doing that when you do some press ups, and you want as much like blood in your brain as possible so you can speak the best, so you can make the best points. And so I wouldn't recommend doing press ups or anything. And I mean, it doesn't really work for me. You can try doing it yourself, okay? But I would recommend just like kind of hyping yourself up, like banging on your chest, you know, like fucking hyping yourself up. That really, really does work. And this is another tip, and I literally actually did this before I started recording too. I sat down, I started recording, and I just couldn't get into it. I just couldn't really focus while I was saying everything really robotically. I wasn't really in the flow of the video. And so I just went downstairs, like to my ice bath. I just had a quick like ice bath, like in my ice bath, like 5 minutes, just like having that cold exposure to wake me up. And then I went upstairs, went in the hot shower, so I wasn't like sitting here freezing, okay? I warmed myself back up. And that just kind of woke me up a bit, and then I did the hype up thing before I started recording, and that just made my recording so much better. Like my normal morning routine would be to like wake up at 3:30, get my coffee, start working, planning videos and stuff, and then when it gets lighter, my family is awake so that I can like speak loudly and everything without waking them up. That's when I'll record. And actually now I'm going to start doing like ice baths before I record, because it just makes me like so much better and so much more awake and so much like more able to record, if you know what I mean. And obviously you got to get good sleep as well. You got to cut out like carbs and stuff like that so your brain's not all dizzy. Like you got to be fasted, okay, before you record, just so your brain is like as focused as possible. You need to be in like the best focus state for your recording, because I'm going on a whole nother tangent here, but I don't know if you can see that paper up there. I don't know if it's visible in camera, but it literally says recording makes money. Like thinking doesn't make money, recording makes money, okay? And that's a lesson that I've taught myself, that I've got into my head, because recording, especially when you're a YouTuber, like it's literally what makes you money. Whether you're recording a YouTube video, like your video sales letter, like your sales page video for your product, or you're recording like your course, if you've got a course, it's literally like what the most important thing is. It's what makes you money. If you didn't record like your videos for your channel, you wouldn't make money. It's as simple as that. Even if you did everything else really right, recording is like the main thing. And so you've got to do like your recording as best as possible. And so like I said, like hype yourself up for it, yeah. Get into the energy, okay? Get into the flow with it, okay? Bang on your chest, fucking get into the energy, alright? Go for your ice bath, okay? Just meditate beforehand. I sometimes do that too. If I'm getting like loads of random thoughts about like random shit about girls and other things, and there's shit in my head like, oh yeah, my parents told me to do this and this guy said that, and you know what I mean? Like you're thinking about loads of random shit. Like just meditate before it, and it'll help you so much more to like focus. Like when I'm recording this, like I go into this like work mode on my phone. I don't know if you can see it. It won't really be in focus, but I've got like a work mode on my phone, and that basically just stops any notifications going through. Like the only app I can really open, like this is my home screen, like you can see everything's like blacked out. The only app I can actually open is like Notion and a few other apps that I need to like record my videos and everything. Because Notion is like where I have my videos planned. And you just stops any like random other distractions coming through and makes it so much easier for me to record my videos. And if you come back to like the hyping yourself up before the rant and everything and getting into your own energy and speaking with your emotions, it makes it like so much more authentic for your viewers, okay, because they will like see you speaking with emotion and they will see you as like a non-ChatGPT YouTuber, because you know there's probably like so many YouTubers out there, especially in our space, who like give ChatGPT advice, if you know what I mean. Like when you're actually speaking like a human, you're giving human advice, you're connecting with them like you're a human being. Your viewers will just like love you so much more. It'll just make you more authentic, really. It'll just make you like closer to the viewers, and they'll see you as an actual human being. And if they do that, they're more likely to take your advice, which means their life is more likely to change, which means their lives are going to change more, which means they're more likely to buy your product, you're more likely to make money. Now, tactic 5, it's simply just to practice, and this is like probably the #1 thing you can do like long term that will give you the most improvement, and it is so obvious, but you probably don't even really think about it, okay? It's so simple, but it's so needed, because when you're a beginner, okay, you can't, well, I said this earlier, I explained this earlier, I won't really explain it here, but when you're a beginner, you can't actually make good videos, okay? You first need to get practice to be able to make good videos, and so you just need to practice. If you want to get as good as recording videos as I am, where you can pronounce all your words properly, I still slur words and shit, I still don't pronounce my words properly, I still talk too fast at some points, okay? But I can like look at the camera, I don't ever look at away at the camera now. I can make good points, I'm not looking down on my script, okay? I can just record like this, okay, and talk to you like this because I have practice in recording. I know there's like, I get like messages and stuff from so many guys or comments and whatever of guys like asking me like, how do you record better? Like how do you just like speak about something for so long and make so many points and everything? How do I make my videos like an hour long like the one before this was? I don't know how long this video will be. Like my script is pretty long, but I'm not speaking word for word, because I can just make points like this and explain things and give other points as they come to me, because I've got practice recording. Like you can look back on my old videos, okay, I wasn't anywhere near as good at recording videos as I am now, okay? And that's just because I've practiced making these videos. I've practiced being able to speak better, being more understandable for guys who have English as their second language, okay? I've done this, I've practiced to be able to at this level, and obviously I've got the camera, I've got the mic and everything, and they add to it, alright? I've got the good video plan, I know how to plan videos. That's all come from practice anyway, really, hasn't it? Like practicing doing something more, that's the best way you can get better at something, okay? And so if you're a beginner right now, you just need to do volume, okay? You can't make a good video yet, and so you just have to get the skill level to be able to make it a good video. And so what you need to do, okay, is daily uploads. I've said this before, you need to be doing daily uploads. You need to have that as your like #1 goal right now, okay? Your #1 like, deep work thing, your #1 task is to make sure you've got uploads scheduled for like the next week or so, or for the next few days, okay? Daily uploads. They don't have to be like massive videos like mine. Like I couldn't do a big video like this one every single day. That's why I'm gonna just try and upload every other day, alright? But you need to actually like put effort into improving your videos, alright? And plus, you will grow more when you do daily uploads too, because as I said before, YouTube will push your videos more. You'll get more opportunities for your videos to be pushed, and you will grow more because of that. And so literally every single day, just practice your videos. I mentioned earlier my client Victor. He's from Sweden, so English isn't his first language, but obviously in Scandinavia, they all speak English perfect anyway, but still like he can't like fully rant and everything. Or he said he couldn't before, like when he started YouTube, he couldn't like fully rant, he couldn't fully like speak fluently, like he couldn't speak to his full ability because it was in English and English was his second language. And so every day he would just like practice getting better at recording in English just by practicing. And even if English is your first language, you still have to practice speaking, because you still like aren't good at speaking on camera. That's why you're watching this video. And so you need to practice even if you're from like the UK or America or Australia or New Zealand or wherever English is your first language, okay? And especially if English is your second language and you've got a really like heavy accent or something like that. Like I know in like Singapore and stuff, like English is their first language, but compared to like Westerners and stuff, they have like a really strong accent, and most Westerners will struggle to understand people from Singapore. If you're like at that point where most like Westerners, like people from like the US and the UK, like richer countries where people will buy your product from, if people from these countries like can't understand you, you've got two options. That's to either improve your English and improve your accent, or to just like do it in your like native language, for example. But if you're from like a poorer country like India or wherever, like where people don't have as much money, you probably are best doing it in English and just trying to improve your accent. And to improve your accent, like I said, literally just like record every single day. I've got like a French channel, okay? I don't like try and grow on it. I've literally just got this French channel to like improve my French because my French is pretty shit, I'll be honest. Like I struggle to hold a conversation, but eventually I want to like be able to record a like good video and speak like fluently to the camera, okay? And like right now, my French, like my French is like really, really bad, okay? I can't speak French that great. I mean, I'm getting kind of close to fluency, I would say, but even so, like, I can't speak as good as I am now in French on my French channel, and so I just try and, I don't always do it, I'll be honest, I miss out on it so much, I haven't done it in like a month, but I just try and like record on my phone, just like record a video in French, just like speaking like with my French, okay, and just practicing my French to improve, alright, and that's how I improve my French, and obviously like that's French, that isn't English, but I mean, they're pretty similar languages anyway, but that's a whole other point. The point I'm trying to get to is that you can just like record every single day. You can make another channel just for like improving your English, or you can try and speak with your family in English, or you can make some friends online. Like I've got a couple of friends online from like France and Quebec and all like places like francophone countries and everything. I just like speak with them in French, and that's a good reason why I've improved my French so much, just by having friends from like another country. And so if you can make like English friends where you can like improve your English by talking to them on like calls and voice notes and stuff, that honestly will like surprisingly help you so much. I've got this friend from Toulouse called Tim, or he's near Toulouse, and I think he's about my age, and it's like I practice my French with him, he practices like English with me, and his English is like, his pronunciation and everything has improved like so much just by like talking to me and everything, because obviously I'm like native English. And so his like English accent and everything has just improved so much because he's heard me talk more, which means he's going to talk more like me and everything. And it's just surprising how much you can improve your like accent and everything so easily just by doing it. And so if you can just like try and make it a habit every single day just to record, even if you're not making like a full video with a plan and everything every single day, because I know it is better to like batch record like 5 videos at once, for example. I only really record one video at once because they're so long, and I like to put effort into each video, you know. Because once I've recorded one, my brain's kind of tired, and I don't really want to record another because it won't be as good as it can be. But if you are gonna batch record, that's fine. But just try and like record every day, like get into the habit of like just recording like just something, or speaking to someone in English, or just like getting better at speaking, you know. And another little tactic you can do, like a bonus thing you can do, is to go onto YouTube and watch back your videos, and watch it back without sound and watch it back without video, okay? And so just listen to it, or just watch it without audio, and just watch it back with either just video or just audio for it, okay? And you can just like pick out all the little things that you do wrong, because you can focus entirely on the video or entirely on the audio, and then just like write those things down that you know you can improve on. And then what you need to do, you need to go into deliberate practice, where you like deliberately, when you record, you deliberately try and improve one thing. And so let's say like you're recording, you realize you keep looking away, like, I don't know, you keep looking down at like something that's off in the distance, like, I don't know, let's say I kept looking at like the birds on a tree or something outside here. The way I could improve that is just focus on like looking at the camera, or could go like scare the bird away or some shit, you know. But I'd record a video just like focusing on looking at the camera, and that's how I am so good at just like looking at the camera now, because I basically never ever look away from the camera now when I'm recording, because I've built up this skill. Okay, I can talk for absolutely ages just like straight without having to cut, because I've built up this skill. I've made the deliberate practice, and I used to talk like really fast, and I talk like so fast, and I'd make all my points really fast, and I'd talk like super fast, you know. And I've like deliberately practiced to be able to talk slower and pronounce my words more, so that I'm more understandable to like non-English, like non-native English speakers, if you know what I mean. Speakers, what am I saying? And so yeah, just like focus on each individual aspect on the video, and just like re-record it or record a new video, and just try and focus on that one thing. If you follow everything I've taught you in this video today, genuinely your videos will completely and utterly revolutionize. You will start attracting these really good viewers who will buy your products. And if you sell your product correctly, like I'll show you in the video linked up there, okay, I guarantee you will get your first sale, alright? And I'm always going to be here for you. I'm always going to be here for you, making these videos to help you along your journey, to help you to improve with this, okay? I will always be here for you, and I'm genuinely so excited to see where we can go together. The link for my course is in the description. I will change your life with that. I'll teach you absolutely everything you could possibly know, okay? The link for that is in the description. If you've got the money to invest into yourself, it's literally the best thing you could possibly spend your money on. The link is in the description. Go click that right now.